Circle's IPO goes live and the price is an absolute rocket ship. Oh, buddy, we'll talk price action of XRP along with Ripple dumping some XRP on the market. Brad's all smiles. Trump and Z talk some tariff action. Will that help out the markets? The U.S. authorities see some crypto tied to some naughty domain action. We got that covered along with...
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
So what's the hottest ticket in town? It's the Circle IPO, as Circle soars 124% when the bell opens. Holy crap. Crypto market, she be red, but Circle be green instead. And before we get into the crypto news, you know the deal. Your comments come first. Hot, spicy, naughty, relevant. Maybe I'll share it at the beginning of the next video. Enrique Ramirez says, damn, I was denied in Circle, so I added more money. Now let's see. I was denied as well. A bunch of you have been naming off in the comments that you've got some shares of Circle, but not all. Outdoor Nature Show says I was only able to get 19 out of the 100 that I tried to buy. Balance already credited back to my account. I placed a limit order at 36 a share. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's at $84 right now, girlfriend. Oh my gosh, I've got some orders set in there too. We'll see if it happens. I'll be following the Circle IPO and the initial week or two of trading to see what happens. John Lavender says, I used to think that Klaus was just a negative rude prick, but the more I watch his vids, the more I love him. Keep on keeping it real, Klaus. Tell it like it is. So the good in this world that is so politically correct. Well, thank you. I admit I'm not the easiest to watch, but after you watch me in a few videos, you kind of get what I'm all about. Adams 9069 dropping support on the channel. Some Canadian dollars. I appreciate it. Friend of the North says tariff, tariff, tariff. We're going to talk about tariffs. Why? Because Trump and China had a little phone call today. Juice and gin makes my yarmulke spin. Well, you better be hydrating with all that tariff talk. Ooh, crypto markets are in the red. Why? Because the trade deficit was pretty bad today. Bitcoin sitting at 100,609. ETH is 2562. Shit, the market's in red. You could read these prices yourself instead. Stablecoin issuer Circle soars 124% in the NYSE debut after pricing above the IPO range. I've got the prices right here. Right now it's sitting at $84.92, up 173%. It got as high as $96. Up almost 300%. Holy shit, everyone. This thing is a hot ticket. But will we get a dumperoni where you could buy in on that cheap dumperoni? I've got some orders placed, but I don't know if we'll get anywhere close to that $30 mark. Trump speaks with Xi. Will resume talks between the U.S. and China over tariffs. That's right. Trump and the Chinese president spoke Thursday. Hey, that's today. That's why you hit the subscribe button, because this is breaking news. And agreed that officials from the U.S. and China will meet soon for more talks to resolve the ongoing trade war. Trump said he had a very good call with Xi for about 90 minutes in which he focused entirely on trade. Well, I hope so. I hope they weren't talking about the latest naughty pics that they looked at. The call resulted in a very positive conclusion for both companies. Honestly, you want green up on the screen for crypto, you need positive trade talks. You need a resolution between Trump, China. You also need EU, United States resolution. That would make the markets go green as all hell. By the way, look at meme deep in the red. That's not good, girlfriend. All right, U.S. authorities seize 145 domains in crypto tied to Biden Cash dark web marketplace. Look, props to the name Biden Cash. United States authorities have seized 145 internet domains and an undisclosed amount of cryptocurrency linked to Biden Cash. I like that. A notorious dark web marketplace accused of trafficking millions of stolen credit cards and personal data. The takedown, announced by the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of Virginia, follows a court-sanctioned operation targeting Biden Cash infrastructure. Launched in March 22, Biden Cash rapidly built a user base of a bunch of people. Basically, naughtiness. Basically, nefarious. Crypto. Throwing it out there. Here's why I'm highlighting this. I'm highlighting this because the United States government now owns $21 billion in crypto. Do they own XRP? No, they do not. Do they own HBAR? No, they do not. They do own $20.6 billion worth of Bitcoin. They also own 155 million worth of ETH, 122 million worth of USDT. By the way, if you want to check out the government wallet, it's linked in the description below, along with all the articles that you've seen in this video and all my previous ones. It's in the description. Okay, now, here's part of the problem, okay? I talked earlier about the trade deficit coming in worse than projected. That's not good. We also got problems with tariffs and trade. Gold rises above 3,400. That's not good. Well, no, it's good for me because I'm big into gold. You can make fun of me all you want, but crypto is risky, gold isn't. So if I put some money into crypto, I also put some money into gold to offset the risk. Here's the gold chart. That looks pretty good, like Juicy Girlfriend. Just throwing it out there. So what happens is players that are like, yo, things are risky, things are like, oh shit, we don't know what to do, they put more money into gold. They park it into safe haven assets. And that's what this whole article here is about. On June 5th, spot gold prices climbed above 3,400 per ounce threshold for the first time since early May, marking a significant milestone in the precious metals recent rally. This price surge reflects growing investor appetite for safe haven assets amid persistent macroeconomic challenges. And I talk to you all about that often in my videos, that we've got some macroeconomic things that are bugging us. Inflation still sucks balls. We've got some trade war problems. And yes, Trump and China did have a little talk this morning, but we still don't have a resolution, right? We also got problems with the stablecoin bill and with the other asset market bill. There's some problems there. So when there's problems in the markets and when there's trade deficits and when there's, oh my gosh, bonkers amounts of debt right now and our new spending bill's adding more debt to that and going to raise the debt ceiling, traders are like, yo, we'll park our money into gold. So gold now looks like a good, safe place to park your money. So people put money in the safe place of gold. Where do they take money out? The risky assets like crypto. So no wonder the crypto market is red. And see, that's the whole deal. I bring you the news, good, bad, happy, or sad. So no, it's not about hopium with this channel. It's about the real news. All right, Ripple. Ripple releases $2.2 billion in XRP for the escrow. Let's go to another photo. How about this one? The I'm rich because of you smile. Ah ha 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 ha. I thought you would all like that, but for real. I've got all the whale tracker stuff. I've got all the XRP scan data. Basically, Ripple just dumps a bunch of XRP on the market. Now, every company does this, right? Stellar does it. Tron does it. Like, they all do it. The thing is Ripple doing anything right now to promote the usage of XRP? Or are they just using it to line their pockets and build their coffers up? Yes, they bought Hidden Road for $1.25 billion. But are they using XRP for anything? And has anything Ripple done recently helped out the price of XRP? Speaking of XRP price, oh, and by the way, yeah, like I said, this is all linked in the description below. So no, it's not me blowing smoke. Here's the XRP scan stuff of it. Here's all the whale tracker stuff for it. 100 million XRP right here, 500 million right here, 400 million right here. Happens every month, I get it. Let's talk about XRP in the broader crypto market. Here we go. Right now, XRP down 3.4%. That's not good. Are we getting into the buys on everyone? No. The consensus is y'all like to buy your XRP at the $2 or less mark. Now, what are your opportunities to get XRP sub $2? Well, pretty easy. If we get a little blow up between Trump and China, totally easy to get sub $2 XRP mark. If you see gold rally even further, pushing higher than 3,400, that means more players are going, yo, there's a lot of risk out there. We should park our money in safer places. Circle. Yeah, that's taking a lot of thunder out of crypto because a lot of you, I've been sharing your comments in the beginning. What did Outdoor Nature Show said? I was able to get 19 out of 100 Circle shares. So if you're putting money into Circle, what are you not putting money into? XRP, right? What did other people say? Oh, I've got maybe 20 shares. I've got 100 shares. I got 1,000 shares. That's my point. So if Circle's IPO and initial trading weeks are going absolutely bonkers, and this has to do with crypto, then Circle is also taking money from other crypto things there. What about all the wonkers memes and all that kind of stuff? What about the fact that there's 16.67 million cryptos out there? Yeah, that's all stealing money from cool projects out there. So XRP, are we in the buy zone? No. What's stealing money from XRP? Gold, safe haven asset plays, You've got fears of debt. You've got trade deficit problems. You've got tariff wars, EU and China. You've got some problems with the Clarity Bill right now. Stablecoin bill, okay, you know, that's kind of cool, but then that'll put more money into stablecoins. And the stablecoin market cap is growing absolutely bonkers. All-time high left and right. You get the stablecoin bill to pass, that's going to put more money into stablecoins. If Circle's trading goes absolutely nutso bonko gonzo, all of a sudden, what do you think is going to happen? More players are going to put more money into stables. And if they're putting money into stables, where do you think they're not putting money into? Altcoins. Yeah. So you see what I'm saying? We're all fighting for retail and institutional dollars. So what's hot right now in crypto? Stables, gold, right? Because that's safe haven play. You've seen the gold chart. That's a juicy gold chart. That is juicy. You cannot argue with me. Look, zoom out. That's the 5-year chart for gold. That is juicy. Come on now. Come on now. So you see what I'm saying? There's a lot of money going to different places right now. That's why crypto looks soft. Bring you the news, good or bad, happy or sad, without the hopium and without the reachy roundy, wine 'em, dine 'em, 69 'em. I love ya all. So I've got the circle chart up on the screen right now in front of me as I'm doing this outro, and yo, homegirl is bouncing up and down. Pretty solid support right now, right above that $80 mark. Currently sitting at 82.53, and that's something that I think we should all pay attention to. Stables have been ruling the roost and have been stealing the thunder. Stealing a lot of capital, too. If you look at the stablecoin market cap, it is constantly touching all-time highs. So if institutions are throwing tons of money at BTC, your Metaplanets, your Sailors, all the other companies that I'm sharing with you, and if institutional players and retail are constantly throwing monies at stablecoins, and now they're throwing money at the stocks behind stablecoins, what are they not putting their money in? Yeah, exactly, the altcoins. So no wonder the volume for crypto is starting to go down. No wonder the price is starting to go into the boring friend zone. And no wonder we're starting to see kind of just an overall lack of enthusiasm for crypto. Because gold is hot and everything else is happening. It totally makes sense. Now, you are going to get players out there that are going to be telling you, bro, by Friday, $10,000 XRP. Or you're going to get the ERAG cryptos of the world when you go on Twitter and they say, yo, we're going to be in the kangaroo zone, and the kangaroo is going to push XRP from $2 up to $300 here within the next 45 days if we hit the Walhalla Bollinger Band muffin top butt poopy zone. Like some crap like that. Like for real, that's like, go on Twitter. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But the reality is like, if you want buying opportunities right now, you got to start paying close attention, okay? Because remember, when things aren't hot, that's when they start entering the buy zone. And if we get a little bit of ruffling of feathers between the United States and China, the United States and the EU, that starts pushing crypto into that buy zone. If gold keeps rocketing up, and if the stable coins keep rocketing up, then all of a sudden, what does that do for us as well? Exactly, it steals thunder from crypto. Crypto gets kind of dormant, pushes us into that buy zone, and gives us the opportunities. So, is it bad that crypto is kind of getting quiet? Well, yeah. But when things are quiet, that's maybe when you could sneak in and get the deals. Same thing with Circle, right? This first week or two of Circle and they're going public is going to be absolutely bonkers. Volume is going to be bonkers. Price is going to be bonkers. I'm watching right now on charts. It's freaking absolutely nuts right now. Volume is nuts. The tick is just going up and down, right? But think, what happens after a month or two? You don't think that's going to kind of chill out a little bit and you might be able to snipe some red days in there? Yeah, exactly. And that's how the market works. If you're patient and if you're waiting to set up some buy orders and you're waiting to follow the macros and the news cycles, you can pick up deals when things are quiet, when things are in the poop zone, in the friend zone, and below the friend zone. And then you can sell them when things are hot, spicy, naughty, and relevant. So you just got to play these cycles. That's why it's always important to have dry powder ready, and it's always important to follow the news and the macros so you know when things are hot and when things are not, and why. That's the big key, knowing why. Because right now it's not XRP's fault that things are slow. No, it's just that other things are hot, right? It'd be different if you know, like XRP specifically had something wrong with it, or HBAR had specifically something wrong with it, or XM had specifically, no. This is just, the altcoins right now are just in a poop cycle. because other things are in like a juicy cycle. So let's see what happens as the market rotates. Right now I'm watching Circle's thing up on the screen. It is absolutely nuts to watch. Still up 170% right now as I do the outro. So choo-choo what? Choo-choo bitches, and I will catch y'all later as more news breaks.